Hello everyone, welcome to Sacred Enzymes. So as long awaited and promised, I wanted to bring you guys to the spot where the community garden is going to take place in the food forest. Super excited. So we've got a gate here, so I had to climb over the gate. Got my trusty walking stick. If you guys are ever out walking in the woods, make sure you bring a stick with you, especially right now because the rattlesnakes are out and they're breeding. And so, you don't want to step on a snake. So anyway, I want to introduce you to our water over here. So as I'm coming in here, I'm going to talk to you about the sacred geometry that we're going to use in this spot, because since we're working with the planet and we're trying to turn things around with the planet, one thing that we have to do is we have to understand the ways that nature and energy work and how this all plays into the way things grow and the energy that plants have and the codes that they carry and how we need to work with all of those things together. So this garden is going to be coming in this gate, and this gate sits west, and as we're looking forward, we're looking to the east. Okay, so this is the entrance. Okay, so as you can see over here to the left, there's a stream. Okay, this is to my north side, and so this stream is running from north to south, and it's running right underneath my feet here. Okay, so that's really, really good. So the name of my community is Indian Lake Estates. So I wanted to name the community garden something that would really be something that you could find easily on a search engine, and that we could incorporate our own signage with the signage that belongs to the community itself. So I wanted to use ILE, which is what we often use out here instead of writing Indian Lake Estates every single time on every single thing. We just use the acronym ILE. So I wanted to use the acronym ILE as well. So I came up with Infinite Living Earth for our acronym for ILE. So I'm going to just start in. So welcome to the entrance of Infinite Living Earth, because our words carry spells and weight, right? So as we step in through the west gate, we're walking east, a symbolic journey from endings to new beginnings. The water here runs from north to south, crossing the entrance. So this flow reminds us that the garden is aligned with the natural currents of the land, always carrying our prayers and offerings downstream. So as we come in here, you'll see that part of this has already been carved out. And it's funny because this was the first place that the girls on the committee and I visited, and we imprinted on this. And then we were told we couldn't have this spot, and then we went and looked at a million other spots, but we ended up coming right back to this spot. So it's wonderful. So over here is a gate, and this gate actually goes off into a county road that runs along here, and it connects Highway 60 with Frostproof 17. So anyway, this gets a lot of traffic, so it'll be great. So we can have people that can come in from the side road. So that's going to be the west entrance. Excuse me. This is going to be the southwest entrance, because it's more southwest. Okay, so the southwest is going to be a tunnel trellis. So we're going to create a tunnel trellis that's going to go over the end of this road here. So when people come through that gate, they're literally going to be walking in through like a cave. Okay, and so we're creating a living trellis, a green tunnel that acts like a portal. It channels energy inward and balances the masculine side of the entrance. This trellis will be alive with honeysuckle, morning glory, moonflowers, jasmine, gourds, passion flower, Malabar spinach, yard-long beans, and cucumbers. It's both practical and mystical while feeding us, while weaving beauty and fragrance into our field here. So in between this trellis and back over here, the entrance, we have this little area right here. So what I came up with to put here is that we'll plant trees that hold feminine balance And so we're going to plant plumerias, Vitex chasteberry or Texas lilac for moon cycles. We're going to have flowering fruit trees for abundance, and then we'll have milkweed and lilies to support pollinators and carry lunar codes. Okay, so when you come back over here and you come back in to where we first came in, we're going to come over here, back over here to the entrance, right? And I'm going to show you the map that we designed for, well, I designed it all with sacred geometry. So as you can see, when you come in this gate over here on this side, we have this area that's all back here, and then over here to the left and back again. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an axis mundi in the middle, and it's going to have a fire pit, and it'll be a gathering place for the community. And so this will be a place of gathering, ceremony, and storytelling. From here, this is where the spiral opens up, leading us east and north. And this spiral will be lined with large fruit trees, anchoring stability, nourishment, and memory of ancient orchards. So as you can see down here on my drawing, I have the fire pit here, and then it'll be all aligned out where this is going into the spiral. And then we'll have all kind of large fruit trees on the outside, like jackfruit and different things like that. And they'll be winding into a spiral. And we're going to see how this all works. We do these spiral patterns. We follow the golden ratio. We use all of the sacred geometry, how this garden is going to perform. Okay. And then over here to the right, just to the east side, more, this gate is, you know, kind of off. It's not quite southwardly, it's more southeastwardly. But in the eastern portion up here is where we're going to put all of the greenhouses. So it's going to be, all of the greenhouses are going to be to the right of the trellised area back over here. And then we have the axis mundi, which will be here, will be our gathering spot, and it will be the beginning of the spiral, right? The golden ratio spiral. It's going to come out, and that's going to all be lined with large trees, okay? And so then over here on this spot, we're going to have this area. Aren't these beautiful? I bet the hummingbirds absolutely love them. They love these kind of flowers, guys. See, a lot of the stuff will be left right in here, you know, the stuff that works with nature. So what we're planning on doing is lining both sides of this creek with flagstones, and it'll be on this side as well. So when you come in, you have a very welcoming area. You know, we have these two trees here. They're almost like anchors. You know, they're anchoring the space, which is really important in sacred geometry, right? That's why people put pillars at the front doorstep. It's anchoring. Okay, so we've got these two guards right here on this wonderful space. So we're going to create a circle that's going to stretch over the water. And, you know, as time permits, and maybe as, you know, we get more people involved, we can build a little bridge that goes from one side to the other, which would be really nice. Right? And then we can do offerings. We can bless our seeds here. And then in between all of the flagstones is going to be all healing herbs and mugworts and things like that. All things from nature. I mean, you can't get any better than that, folks. You can't get any better than that. So I'm like super excited to get this project going. You know, a lot's happening in the world, folks. We've got to learn to live outside of the matrix. I'm telling you. These look like snapdragons. I wonder if they're wild snapdragons. Aren't they absolutely breathtaking? Thank you for being here. You look like little watchers. They look like little birds, don't they? And see, you have all of these wonderful things that are growing in nature. And nothing is a weed. Nothing is a weed, folks. Everything has medicinal properties. This place out here is an amazing place. And it's very special and sacred. And, you know, my son was going to Pine Island this weekend, and we were watching a video last night because it was his birthday on Pine Island, and they were talking about how these people basically lived off the grid. They lived off the grid, and they were fishermen and different things like that. But the government got involved with it. The government got involved with it because these people weren't plugged into the matrix, folks. That's why. That's what it's all about. Putting people into the matrix. These people were unplugged. And so, you know, they get all of these three-letter agencies involved, and this is how we get totally separated. We go to an inorganic structure, and we're living in an inorganic structure right now. You guys are feeling the conflict in yourselves. You don't feel like this is the natural way to be, right? This is what we got to be right here, guys. This is the future. If we want to be living in the future earth, this is the future. This is it right here. So thank you for spending 11 minutes. I think 11 minutes is perfect. And taking the little tour of the community garden. And so, you know, before we sign off, I want to one more time mention about the Earth Exchange program and the Heirloom Seed Bank, because the food forest isn't just about planting crops. It's about planting codes, guys. Heirloom seeds are living time capsules. Each seed carries an unbroken line of DNA, just like our family tree does. It contains a vibrational signature of the land, the sun, and all the hands that have tended it for generations, guys, for generations, okay? Through the Earth Exchange program, we're collecting, sharing, and planting heirloom seeds from around the world. Every time we plant one of these seeds into Florida's crystalline ridge, we're reconnecting lost strands of the planetary grid. The same way that Noah preserved living codes through the Great Cataclysm, we're restoring what was fragmented, okay? This project is about more than food. It's rebuilding memory, frequency, and resilience, guys. It's about creating a living seed bank, a kind of ark, where people can exchange seeds and stories and return the codes of their ancestors back to the soil. If this vision speaks to you, if you want to put your hands in the dirt, guys, if you want to exchange seeds, if you want to help rebuild the grid, we invite you to join us. You can reach out to me directly at hstacy90@gmail.com to learn more about the Earth Exchange program, to share your heirloom seeds, or to get involved in the Infinite Living Earth Project. So every hand that touches the soil imprints frequency, guys. We're reconnecting the land to the primordial mother's organic template through heirloom seeds, exchanging, through tending these plants, and through making offerings. We become the bridge between heaven and earth. Guys, no one's coming to save us here. Stop waiting to be saved. You know, this is what all of these religious books were intended, to make you think that you could sit around and wait for somebody to come wave a magic wand. We are here. We bring heaven to earth, okay? This is about community resilience, teaching the next generation how to be stewards of the planet, to live self-sustainably, and to carry our codes forward. This place here is eventually going to grow into a school, maybe a nonprofit, or simply just a circle of neighbors. But all in all, the heart of the work is the same. We're remembering our relationship with Earth and our relationship with each other. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at these wild raspberries growing here. These are beauty berries back here. I harvest beauty berries, and I made some wonderful stuff with it. I'm making some soap out of it today. And I'm using things that I've harvested all these things from my yard, because I have all of these things that grow wild in my yard, and I take care of them. And so, you know, I have natural shampoo ginger that grows in my yard. I get tons of it. It's growing all over my yard. You know, I invite everyone to share seeds with each other. I share milkweed with my friends. I share lily with my friends because I feel like right now, lilies are so important. It's the time of the lily, folks. It's the time of the lily. Look at this bee eating the dandelion. See, this is why it's important that you have some spots in your yard that are wild. Hello, friend. You say hello to the camera? We're going to be seeing a lot of you. Yeah. So with that, thanks for spending 15 minutes and touring the space with us. I hope you are serious about getting involved in your community, guys, and unplugging from the matrix. Have a great day, and I hope to talk to you in the next one. Thanks for watching Sacred Enzyme. Bye-bye.